You're asleep in a tent, zero walls, just thin nylon between you and the African night. Somewhere out there, a lion is awake. It can smell you, it can hear you breathing, and it walks away. That's not a campfire story. That's a documented pattern, recorded over and over, across continents, across species. Sleeping humans get ignored by predators that could kill them in seconds. Wait, what? A sleeping human is the easiest meal on the planet. No weapon, no escape, no fight. So why does the most efficient killing machine in the grasslands just leave? What? The obvious answer is, maybe lions just aren't that interested in humans. That would be true, except lions absolutely do attack humans. They've done it for centuries. There are entire regions in history where lions developed a taste for it. One pair of lions in East Africa, over a few months in the 1890s, killed dozens of railway workers. They weren't shy. They weren't scared. They hunted humans like prey, so they're not scared of us. They're not uninterested in us. But something about a sleeping human flips a switch. Here's where it gets strange. Let's go back to basics for a second. A lion doesn't have health insurance. Every hunt is a gamble with its own body. A broken rib, a torn muscle, an infected wound. In the wild, an injury isn't an inconvenience. It's often a death sentence weeks later. So a lion isn't thinking, is this prey weak? It's thinking, is this worth the risk? And a standing human is a strange shape. Tall, upright. Eyes facing forward like a predator, not sideways like prey. Most large cats have never evolved a clean instinct for hunting something shaped like that. But that's only part of the story. Because a sleeping human is even stranger. It's not standing. It's curled up, motionless, silent. To a predator's brain, motionless can mean two very different things. It can mean, this is dead and safe to eat. Or it can mean, this is dangerous and pretending to be still. And predators have learned, over millions of years, that stillness is one of the most deceptive signals in nature. Think about it. Possums fake death. Some snakes go rigid when threatened. Prey that plays dead is often the most lethal trap a predator can walk into. A wounded animal that suddenly explodes into violence has killed more predators than open confrontation ever did. So when a lion sees a human lying still, its brain doesn't relax. It gets suspicious. But here's the bigger twist. Researchers studying nighttime predator behavior near human settlements notice something even weirder. It's not just stillness that repels them, it's breathing patterns. A sleeping body breathes slow, deep, and rhythmic. To a predator's senses, which read breath, heartbeat, and scent shifts, that rhythm doesn't read as weak. It reads as resting, the same way a sleeping predator itself would breathe. And predators have an old rule buried in their instincts. Don't disturb something that might wake up dangerous. That's only one layer. The real reason is much deeper. Lions, tigers, and most apex predators are ambush hunters. Their entire hunting strategy depends on one thing: surprise. A startled, fast-reacting prey throws off their attack. So they don't actually want stillness. They want predictable movement they can time an ambush around. A sleeping human gives them zero motion to read, no stride to predict, no panic to exploit, no fleeing path to intercept. It's not safe prey, it's an unreadable puzzle. And predators, across species, consistently avoid unreadable puzzles. Confusion is expensive. Confusion gets you hurt. Now here's where the story gets even bigger, because this isn't just a lion thing. Wolves do the exact same calculation. Researchers tracking wolf packs near rural camps in North America noticed something almost identical to the lion pattern. Wolves would circle a camp at night, clearly aware people were there, and simply not engage. The packs that did attack almost always targeted something moving, livestock shifting in a pen, a dog pacing on a leash, a person walking to an outhouse at 3 a.m. Never the still, sleeping shapes by the fire. It gets even stranger with bears. Bear researchers have a saying: a sleeping bag is camouflage, not because it hides your smell. Bears can smell through nylon just fine. It's because it hides your shape and your motion. A bear encountering a sleeping human in a tent often investigates briefly and leaves. The same bear encountering a person standing, moving, flailing arms is far more likely to escalate. Different continent, different predator. Same exact rule playing out again. And this is where things get weird, because the pattern doesn't stop on land. Marine biologists studying great white sharks found almost the identical principle in the ocean. Sharks rarely attack a swimmer floating completely motionless on the surface. What triggers strikes, overwhelmingly, is splashing, kicking, paddling, sudden bursts of motion that mimic an injured fish. A lion in the grass, a wolf at a campsite, a bear outside a tent, a shark beneath a surfer. 4 different predators, 4 different environments, separated by millions of years of separate evolution. And every single one of them runs the same hidden calculation. Motion equals information, and information equals an opportunity to strike safely. Stillness gives them nothing to work with. And nothing to work with means the smart move is to walk away. So here's the bigger reveal. We've been telling this story backwards our whole lives. We think predators avoid sleeping humans because we're too big or too dangerous. But the real reason is colder and more fascinating. Predators don't fear us. They fear information they don't have. A sleeping human gives a predator nothing to predict. No movement to time, no panic to exploit, no weakness to confirm. And a predator that can't predict doesn't commit. This single insight rewires how you see the entire animal kingdom. Predators aren't driven by hunger first. They're driven by certainty first. Hunger only pulls the trigger once certainty says this is safe to act on. Which means the most dangerous thing you can be around a predator isn't being strong. It's being unreadable. And here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. This rule has a flip side. The moment stillness breaks, the moment you sit up suddenly, thrash in a nightmare, or stumble, half asleep out of a tent at night, you've just handed the predator exactly the information it was waiting for. Survival guides for bear country actually warn against this directly. Stay still, don't bolt, don't make sudden motion, because sudden motion is the trigger, not the presence itself. In other words, the danger was never that you were sleeping near a predator. The danger was always what happens the second you stop being unreadable. And that idea doesn't just apply to lions in the dark or sharks beneath the waves. It applies to almost every high-stakes situation in nature and arguably in human life too. The thing that stops aggression isn't always power. Sometimes it's ambiguity, uncertainty, the simple fact that the other side can't predict what happens next. So next time you imagine a predator stalking through the night, don't picture fear. Don't picture mercy. Picture hesitation. Because somewhere out there, a predator is staring at something completely still, completely silent, completely unreadable. And deciding the smartest hunt is the one it doesn't take.